this time, the university is pleased to welcome your keynote speaker and fellow HPU alumnus, Major General Arthur Joe Logan. Major General Arthur Joe Logan enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserve in 1978 and received his commission in 1984 from the Hawaii Army National Guard Officer Candidate School, Hawaii Military Academy. Over his 41-year distinguished career in the military, General Logan has held leadership positions in Hawaii and abroad. As Adjutant General, Hawaii, from 2015 to 2019, General Logan oversaw the training and readiness of 5,500 Hawaii National Guard soldiers and airmen, and he also served as Homeland Security Advisor to the Governor and the Director of Hawaii Emergency Management Agency. General Logan was deployed to Afghanistan as part of the Operation Enduring Freedom from 2007-2008, serving as Commander, Regional Police Advisory Command to the Afghan Central Region. On that tour, he mentored an Afghan two-star police commander who was responsible for 22,000 Afghan National Police across 10 provinces. From 1982 to 2002, he concurrently served in the Honolulu Police Department, and in 1997 received the Honolulu Police Department Bronze Medal of Merit. General Logan earned his bachelor's degree from Hawaii Pacific University and a master's degree from the U.S. Army War College. The numerous U.S. decorations and badges awarded to General Logan include the Legion of Merit Bronze Star and Meritorious Service Medal. Please join me in welcoming General Logan.
Aloha, good morning. Dr. Quintana, President of University, Senior Vice President Provost Dr. Walsh, the Board of Trustees, fellow trustees, Dean of the various colleges, faculty, staff, vice presidents, professors, adjuncts, family and friends, good morning, aloha, and especially to the graduating class of 2019. Mahalo again for the opportunity to be a keynote address at the Hawaii Pacific University. And I say again, because I did this several years ago when I first started as the Adjutant General. And now I get to do it as I close out my career and retire. And so very fitting, thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Gontanda. I'd like to say congratulations to all of you receiving your degrees, at least at the bachelor and associate level, because you now join part of the U.S. population that has earned a college degree. And there's only 30% of you throughout the world. I would like to thank the 308 of you that are, although not all of you are here today, but thank you for the challenge and opportunities that you are about to give yourself. And thank you to the family and friends that spent all the time and energy to get to where you are today. And I understand that about 50 of you are either veterans, currently serving military, or family of veterans, and thank you for serving and honoring your country. You know, Ernest Hemingway, he's a journalist turned novelist, wrote many short stories, novels, and poems about love and war, but also about great loss. In 1952, he was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for literature for one of his more famous books, The Old Man and the Sea, which he wrote while he was living in Cuba and in Spain and other parts of Europe. Ernest Hemingway traveled the world, living in such places as Africa, United States, along with Cuba and Europe. What's most impressive about Mr. Hemingway is it's not how his journey ended, but it's how he lived his life during his journey. So a quote from Ernest Hemingway goes like this: "It's good to have an end to journey toward, but it's the journey that matters in the end." So the question I pose to all of you here today is, what impact will this institution of Hawaii Pacific University have on your journey? I could easily speak for hours after hearing my bio and all the things that I have done, but then that would only be scratching the surface of what I have done over the last 40 years. But more importantly, you're here to graduate. And so I know your family and friends are waiting to see you cross the stage as well as yourselves. So I will follow the simple 3 B's of public speaking: be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. To further exploit the number 3, I have 3 lessons to cover with you today. These lessons started as was stated earlier, when I graduated from high school and joined the Army Reserve at 19. I didn't know how my journey was going to go. I didn't have any idea that I could enter the Army as a private and in 35 years later become a two-star general and basically the CEO of the Hawaii National Guard. And we do that throughout the United States. In America, you can join an organization such as McDonald's or conglomeration and start at the lowest level and work all the way to the top. And I'm sure that all of you graduating today will have that same opportunity. The first lesson I would like to talk to you about is being about a passion for what you're going to do. You're now graduating in a career field that you chose to do. So when you go out, don't look for the job. Look for a career and a passion that you would like to do. Simon Sinek is an author and motivational speaker, and he espouses that you should not choose a job, but choose an organization and a boss, somebody that you want to get behind and support through. And next thing you know, you'll turn a 20-year, 30-year, 40-year career in your life's journey. And when that is over, you'll look back and you'll say, wow, the time surely flies, but we had fun doing that. But whether you're in nursing, engineering, gaming, criminal justice, computer science, or teaching, or the many other careers opportunities here, you need to figure out what that journey is going to be and understand for the foreseeable future that you have a wonderful career ahead of you. I remember after I enlisted in the Army and I went off to training, came home back to Oahu, and I was assigned to the unit there in Waikiki. And so our first annual training, or 2 weeks that we had active duty time, as a young private, I had to drive officers to and from Waikiki up to Schofield Barracks as we were constructing buildings for the Army. And so I had no idea, the Army did not send me to school to be a driver, they sent me to school to be a draftsman. But here I am as the lowest ranking guy, and sometimes certain types of matter flows downhill, and so you get the least job that anybody wants. So there I was driving officers back and forth 2 hours a day. Well, that doesn't sound challenging, but what is challenging is you're driving 2 hours in Hawaii's traffic Monday through Friday with people you barely know, and oh, by the way, they're your boss. But I looked at that as an opportunity. So doing that 2 hours, I got to know these officers. I got to talk to them about life, who they were, what their families were, how their education, and what they like to do in their off time. And what I discovered at the end of that week as I was driving them around is they were no more intelligent than I was. The only difference between those officers and me was a college degree. And so I took it upon myself when I got through with those 2 weeks. And I chose an institution such as this, the Hawaii Pacific University, that's highly respected for it and known for its diversity and creating global leaders of the future. And then I got my degree from this institution, and I've never looked back. But it's because of my passion to serve and to get that college degree, that ultimately turned a profession into a successful career. The second lesson I'd like to pass on, you already know, and it was earlier expressed by your valedictorians, and that is to surround yourself with the people that will motivate and challenge you to be better than you are. They need to challenge you to be the best person, whether you're an employee, a friend, a sibling, a spouse, a parent, or even a university graduate. Your family and friends that you may have learned, or your family and friends that you have developed over the early stages, those friends that you learned in high school and your neighborhood. I had the pleasure of having two brothers, and we pushed each other hard both in the police department and in the National Guard. And I can thank them for where I am today. My third and final lesson, which I believe will have the most profound impact on your future, is not to focus on being the CEO or the adjutant general, but more importantly, to focus on that initial job that you get and work at it as hard as you can. The rungs of ladder in the corporate system are there, and they're there for a reason. And you will work yourself up those rungs of ladders. And as you get into that initial job, if you can give 110%, maybe spend a little extra time before work and after work, and then volunteer, like I did for driving officers around, volunteer for that job that nobody wants. One, the supervisors will see who you are, what you bring to the organization. They will trust in your hard work, but you will also learn something internally of yourself, as I did, needing a college degree. By approaching your career in this fashion, you'll quickly become apparent that your supervisors were probably in your place earlier in a few years ago, and they have moved up, and they will continue to move up. And so what you want to do is you want to show that your supervisors that you are the hardworking individual and you'll replace them. And then it becomes your job to coach, teach, and mentor the people under you so that they will replace you as you continue up the ladder. And trust me, if you all do that, you will perform very well. In closing, I hope these 3 simple lessons have a successful impact on your journey. And also what is important is that I, standing up here before all of you, I am no smarter than any of you. The only difference between all of you and myself is my age, unfortunately. I was born at an earlier time, and so the opportunities that presented myself were available to me. As these same opportunities will be available to you as you continue to grow in your career, your profession, and ultimately on your journey. Again, congratulations on receiving your diplomas today. You have worked extremely hard, and you now have the proof with a diploma in your hand. I wish you all a wonderful journey, an end to your journey toward. But remember, it's the journey that matters in the end. God bless. Aloha.